Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for High Velocity Radio.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of High Velocity Radio, and this is going to be a good one. Today we have with us Lisa VanArsdale with 3rivers. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, Lee. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm excited to learn what you're up to. Tell us a little bit about 3rivers. How you serving folks?
Absolutely. So I am an LPL financial advisor based outside of Chicago at a firm called Lakeview Wealth Management. And so I, along with my mother, Judy VanArsdale, who's also a co-owner of Lakeview and an advisor, we have been friends with an advisor out of Memphis for many, many years. And we decided last March to really come together and put our heads together and best practices and everything that we could think other advisors and small business owners could learn from what we've either done right, done wrong, anything with any of that. But we are just truly passionate about helping others take ownership of running a business and not just necessarily their practice or books of business, and really taking that title of CEO to the next level.
Now, is it geared to just people in the financial advisory business, or is it for any entrepreneur?
So I will say, because of our background, the initial launch is a little heavy towards financial advisors and the things that we've done at our individual practices, but there are many, many tools and resources within our platform that small business owners and entrepreneurs would definitely gain access. And that's something we're continuing to add to every month.
Because that's one of a lot of your clients probably are kind of entrepreneurs, right?
Correct. Yes. So we started with our network of financial advisors that we knew. We're also in a couple different coaching programs. So our network of entrepreneurs is spread throughout the country. And we've just seen how that group has really transformed their lives and their businesses over time, and how nimble they all are, especially in this last year. But sometimes we felt that you just need to find your group of people. And so entrepreneurs are a rare breed, one of them being one myself. And so I always love to learn from other entrepreneurs. And so that's what we're also trying to give back.
So now in the platform, is this something that's like a Facebook group, or is this kind of more formalized? Is there, what does a person get when they join this platform?
Yes. So we built a platform using a software that allows, it's a subscription-based model that you can join either monthly or annually. And what you get is unlimited access to an ongoing expansion of tools, videos, resources. And we try to focus along three main areas. So we look at it from business success as three main pillars: whether you elevate your business, you endure through processes, and you also need encouragement. So those are the three that we feel would really set your business up for success when you take ownership of those three things. And so elevating is all about your finances and your numbers and your profit and loss statements and all the things to do with metrics, processes, procedures, systems, having everything in order that way is our endure section. And then the encouragement side, which Nancy is just great at. Sometimes you just need a boost, or you lose a client, or you lose a big account or something like that, and you just need help going through. So the subscription service gets you access to tips, videos, resources that we've created across all three of those platforms. We launched in October of 2020. And so when we first launched, we started with 24 tools. And what we do is we add 2 new tools every 2 weeks. So we're up to over 50 tools on the platform, which advisors or small business owners, subscribers would get access to immediately when joining.
And then what's an example of a tool?
So anything across from how do you manage your budget, if you have a team of people, roles and responsibilities, anything from goal planning to what else is on there. And then for financial advisors, we dive a little bit more into specifics about organic growth and ideas for that, or how do you manage some of your processes on the inside of your business for new clients, or when there's a death or a divorce or anything like that. So we've got a wide array of tools and topics that we actually cover. The cool part is they can access it anytime, anywhere. For our industry, we have to typically wait for a conference type setting to gain that kind of access. And those kind of came to a halt pretty quickly there at the beginning of COVID. So this one, you can dive in right when you need it most and pick a topic that you're looking for and implement it into your practice right away.
Now, can you talk a little bit about your background that led you to kind of develop this kind of platform? Was it something that you saw a need for that you just weren't getting maybe in your formal training and that you needed to kind of have a platform and you decided to create your own in order to kind of share these kind of best practices?
Absolutely. So I think it's a part of the industry as a whole that there's a gap in. And for myself and other advisors that I've talked to, I went to college, I got a finance degree, I got all my securities license, I did everything across the book that you're supposed to call yourself a financial advisor and start meeting with clients. But then the part that's lacking is the acknowledgement that you also own a business. And so there's a piece there where you can look at your clients and you can look at the team you have, or if you're a solo practitioner, but at the end of the day, you're running a business and you have to look at it differently than just saying, oh, I have X amount of clients and I'm their financial advisor. It's a bigger picture. And for us, there was, at least from what we found, there's either coaching for entrepreneurs in general, or ways to be a really good advisor. But this is meshing the two together where it's really great advisors who have been trained really well, just need a little help with the business ownership aspect. And this was the way that we could get our information and best practices out to a larger group in an easier, more organized fashion, because we love what we do and we're going to continue to serve our clients. But we also have wisdom to share with the industry about the trials and tribulations we've come through over the years.
Now, is it just a happy coincidence that the three leaders of this kind of organization are women? Or is this something that you thought, okay, this is an area that maybe we can tap into as women entrepreneurs or women financial advisors?
Yeah, so there aren't, when you look at the industry, we're definitely stand out in the crowds where we're outnumbered by our male counterparts. But for us, we've found that women tend to collaborate and share best practices and are willing to be more open about the ins and outs of their business, but it wasn't intended to necessarily be just geared towards female advisors or female business owners. The three of us just have gotten along really well at conferences throughout the years and have formed a great friendship, and we shared that passion about helping others and helping run businesses. So we wanted to kind of put our heads together and see if we could make this thing come to life. And last March, it was just an idea on a table, and we launched in October, and it's been quite the journey.
So now, was there kind of an event that kind of was the catalyst that said, hey, you know what, we're the ones who should do this. We can be the change that we're, asking the universe to provide?
I think so. So we've had great opportunities. A lot of that is attributed to our broker dealer, LPL Financial, but we've been given a lot of opportunities to speak at either national conferences or breakout conferences throughout the year. And what we found is we would finish a speech or a presentation of some sorts, and then we would just get bombarded with more questions, or, well, how'd you do this? Or what'd you find was a best practice for this? And it's kind of to our own fault, but we can't really say no to helping people. And so we love to be able to continue those conversations. But when we're trying to balance what we do for our clients and then also helping other advisors, this platform gives us a much easier way to be able to communicate and share those ideas in a much more organized way than trying to dig through emails and phone calls and take up more time. So it allows us to get the message across a little more clear.
So now when people join the community, this is kind of a chicken and the egg thing. Like, part of what makes a community valuable is the other community members. But when you're starting something out, you don't have a lot of community members. So how do you kind of jumpstart the sales and marketing of a new platform?
Yeah, so we've, I think it's been kind of helpful that conferences came to a halt, at least for our industry, that people were really gravitating for the need to connect and network with others. And so for us, we had a great launch, and we're really grateful for that. But yeah, our community and the advisors we've met and the small business owners that we've met throughout the years really came together in support of this. And they now have been able to communicate with each other and continue to share best practices through themselves as well.
So now, say I'm interested. What is it like for me? Can I try it first, or is it something I got to kind of jump in? What's the way that a new person kind of educates themselves and kind of takes advantage of this platform?
Yeah, so on our website, which is www.my3rivers.com, we have a sneak peek into some of the videos that we've recorded. We also have a sample of some of the tools that are out there. Our YouTube channel has probably about 8 videos that you can at least get a feel for the 3 of us and see if we're a good fit. So what we always say is you'll probably gravitate to one of us more than the other 2, which is we each take a portion of business success. So Judy handles everything to do with elevating your practice, which is the finance. So we call her our numbers girl. I go through and take everything that has to do with processes and procedures. I love everything to do with structure and really pushing the envelope on how systematized you can be to handle any growth or anything like that. And then Nancy takes up the encouragement. So you can kind of get a feel for who the 3 of us are. But then when you're ready to jump in, because you get instant access to everything that we have available, it kind of is an all-in type of experience. If you end up not liking it, there's no cancellation fees. You can leave whenever you want. You're not locked into anything. So we've tried to make that as simple as possible for people.
Now, now that you've had it going for a while now, is there any kind of maybe a most rewarding part of having this, or an unexpected joy that you got out of putting this together?
Yeah, and I think for us, our biggest hope and what we've seen come out of this is we love at the end of the day, like helping our clients and reach their goals. And what we found is the more that we also then help other advisors, they're in turn helping their clients. And so this web of just continued like client experience across the board being enhanced, and watching other small business owners gain that confidence about owning a business. And even if it's just kind of having some peace of mind that you're not in it alone. We're an industry that has a lot of financial advisors and you have a lot of choice, but it can also feel really lonely. So I think, I think we brought that kind of so that you're not just sitting there being like, oh, that doesn't just happen to me. There's plenty of other experiences and people that are going through the same thing.
Right. You find that a lot, that folks think that it's just them on an island that are experiencing this, when in reality, it's something that's kind of universal.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the charitable giving aspect of 3rivers. Why was it important to have that as part of the platform?
Yeah, and I think because we also have our other businesses, the purpose of 3rivers was never to be a revenue generating, like for us, that wasn't the main goal. The main goal is really about helping people. And so we looked at it and said, why do we charge a fee? And most of that is to keep the subscribers held accountable. You're more likely to log in, you're more likely to use the tools and listen to the videos if you also have skin in the game. But for us, it was then figuring out what we wanted to do best with those funds that we were receiving. So a portion of all the net proceeds raised through 3rivers is going to a variety of charities that we're passionate about. So they lead towards financial literacy or women in business and things like that, that really then give back to our industry and communities, that take it then just one step further into why we're doing this and why we felt like we were called to really take this next step.
So now let's talk about that element of legacy in this kind of venture. Do you find that in your financial advising business that is more and more important to folks as they kind of get older and are contemplating retirement and that part of that stage of their life?
Absolutely. And so I think it just plays twofold of we're getting to see the benefits of it through our practices and helping our clients every day. And then we're seeing the same thing with 3rivers, and that we can do more good when we come together, which is why we wanted to come together with Nancy to really bring that home and say that financial literacy, and it's a lack in our industry and a lack in our country. And so we're just trying to find different avenues that we can spread the word and the importance of that.
Yeah, I think that this pandemic has really driven that home for a lot of folks, that you need a kind of a compelling why to get yourself fired up and to invest the time that you're spending in any venture. So I think that what you're doing is really remarkable, and I congratulate you on the success of it thus far.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's nothing like kicking off Financial Literacy Month with you being able to share our newest passion.
Well, if somebody wants to learn more, can you give the website one more time?
Absolutely. It's www.my3rivers.com.
And that's the number 3rivers.com.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Lisa, again, congratulations on all the success. You're doing important work, and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me today, Lee.
All right, this is Lee Cantor. We'll see you all next time on High Velocity Radio.